terms of either as a student or as an official when you need support, because it does happen. And also, if you believe, let me say, one colleague says from agriculture, I'm there and then something happens. You also have the channel, the same channel, to say, look, I have reported, but I'm realizing now my life is becoming miserable. It's look like people knows what is happening or they are suspecting what's happening. Can I please be protected in that particular regard? So management will look at cases by cases. We may not be able to anticipate what will happen, but as cases by cases come, we will be able to deal with those cases.
Okay.
Thanks.
Prophet Tang?
I think the questions here show how important it's going to be to, first of all, to disseminate the policy and the procedures, because I think the questions that are raised are dealt with in the policy and procedures. And just to say that the policy and procedures set out clearly what happens if the allegations are made against the chair of the council, members of council, the vice chancellor, members of the executive committee, everyone. The policy and procedures set out much of how things will unfold. So I just want to, I think what I'm hearing from here is that because this is a launch, and I feel like we've gone into a workshop mode. But I think what it is showing, the questions are showing, is the interest and how important this is, but also that I think a lot of work will need to be done on disseminating, so that people's answers and questions are, the questions they have are addressed, and any fears that they have about this. Thank you.
Thanks, Prof. It's 100%. We will definitely, as part of the training also, and making sure that the policies are put in the intranet and everybody can be able to access them at a given time. The other thing that we will be planning to do in addition to that is to try to answer some of these questions, because we only have limited people here. So it's to take those questions, try to answer them as time goes on, as people come out, answer, so that somebody does not come tomorrow and ask the same question. You can be able to go to the intranet and say, okay, this is the question, this is the answer, this is how it's dealt with. So those are some of the things that we'll be initiating. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you, everybody. I think just that last question.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I would like to know if the policy takes cognizance of the people who would report themselves. Would there be sort of an amnesty or something? What are the provisions of the policy regarding people who would like to report themselves? I'm really
interested. In many years of experience, it's very rare where I will go out and say, I'm a criminal, please arrest me. So the point is that whoever reports will be followed. It's as easy as that, because we are looking at the information that is being provided. So that is how we will deal with it. But it's very rare in my years of experience where a person come out and report themselves. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Nkanyane. So we are drawing to the close of our event. I would like to welcome MEC member, our CFO, who's here in time for lunch. And invite Dr. Mayaba to give a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. I believe that everyone has been greeted this morning, and welcome. I'm not going to repeat any salutations, but allow me to say, Ingqanganensi bazayo, and good day, everyone. I understand that I'm standing in between you and lunch, so I'm going to be very brief, and mine is to give a vote of thanks for everyone who has braced this occasion of the launch of the hotline. And I may be repeating some of the thank yous that the Vice Chancellor has already done in his welcoming. He also thanked a number of people. Mr. Nkanyane has already stated to us what the hotline is and what it is intention is for. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the acting chairperson of council, Dr. Sipoka Zikoyana, and the rest of the council members in attendance for their passion about and unwavering support to the University of Fort Hare. It is a great honor to have in our midst Prince Banzikyali, representing Imingangatelo Traditional Council. I want to thank him for the unwavering support to the university over the years, and we hope the relationship between the kingdom and the university will continue for the upliftment of our community. I recognize and wish to express a word of appreciation to Councillor Ngaye, the Speaker, Raymond Mhlaba Municipality, Councillor Ncume, Councillor Ngala, for your support and commitment to the University of Fort Hare. We know we can always count on you, and we look forward to working collaboratively in eradication of fraud, corruption, and criminality in our community. This hotline is not only for the university, but the community is also free to call the hotline to report freely any unlawful and unethical behavior. I want to thank our partners from the South African Council of Churches, Dr. Nyoni, who is the Eastern Cape Provincial Chairperson, and Mr. Makubalo, the Eastern Cape Executive Secretary. Our society is tainted by unethical behavior and degeneration of the moral fiber. We may criticize the government for its tolerance to corrupt practices, but as a society, we have a role to play in ensuring moral regeneration. Despite the fraud and unethical behavior that is so apparent, there is also cause for optimism. I'd like to also thank the members of the MEC and senior management, all our staff, both academic and support, who make this university tick, and for their commitment and dedication to uprooting all corruption, fraud, and criminal activities which engulf our beloved university towards a decade of renewal. This hotline will help greatly to combat fraud and encouraging all stakeholders to speak up and expose wrongdoing in a bid to fighting fraud, corruption, and unethical behavior. I wish to thank the SRC for the message of support. It is when we are working together that this project will be a success. I also want to thank and appreciate the student body at large as our primary stakeholders. I also want to urge the student to steer clear of individuals who seek to entice you in wrongdoing, for corrupt and fraud, which will lead you to prison. I encourage you to pay attention to your studies and experience the campus life to the fullest. Remember, you are standing on the shoulders of giants who walked these grounds before you to becoming world leaders and many influential people who are responsible and morally good citizens of our society. I wish to encourage all our staff and students to report concerns and urge management to support them if they do so, in order to build an environment of trust. An open and honest culture usually creates better working relationship and dedication, resulting to higher productivity and conducive working environment. Allow me to extend a word of gratitude to Mr. Southey Gowden for your keynote address. I would not have said it better myself. You did not mince your words. You did not stutter. I am sure everyone here has heard the message you conveyed. It was very clear that corrupt and unethical behavior cannot be tolerated. It will be amiss of me not to thank the program director for directing this wonderful program and keeping us entertained. I also wish to thank all those who worked behind the scenes to ensure an efficient and dignified event, notably our staff in the offices of internal audit as led by Mr. Nkanyane, and institutional advancement for organizing this event and making sure it is a success. Last but not the least, I want to thank everyone who has taken their time to be with us here today in this event of the launch of the whistleblowing hotline. Your support means a lot to us. You have been such a wonderful audience, and the program director can attest to that. And thank you very much for engagement. I hope that we are going to be working together forward to make sure that we preserve this great university. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mayaba, for the vote of thanks. We have come to the end of our program. We will now look to, how far are we with the food? Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. People are going to be serving themselves, but we're going to start at the up front. So the tables in front will go first, and so on until everybody is done. Happy? Okay, thank you.